is my favorite subject and a very challenging class. And if you ever take it, you should do more than just pass. In it we learn equations, linear, quadratic, and more. We always...
Hey guys, it's Mr. Ng. This is going over quiz number 11, November 21st, 25th, 1.5, vertex form, quadratic formula, converting forms, and inequalities. Identify the three forms of quadratics. So when you have no parentheses, this is standard form. Let's write that standard form. Because I told you guys you had to do both. You got to do both name and formula. Okay, so the next one you have is vertex form. And this has one parentheses. The A value is still there. And the H and the K are the vertex. And then the last one is factored form. You still have an A. So this is called factored form. You use factoring or Xbox to get there, and you have two sets of parentheses. All right, let's go to this Ken. Let's look for the freebies. So anything that doesn't have a plus minus multiplication division. So again, we're only using the numbers 1 to 3. Okay, I need two numbers that multiply by 6. So I'm just going to put 2 and 3 for now. But I also recognize that two numbers divided by, so I'm going to go back up here and probably switch these. So that I can do something like this. Two numbers, when I divide them, the answer is 3. So that's 3 divided by 1. So I'm going to do something like that. Okay, then this row is missing a 2. 2, and then we're missing a 3. So 2 times 3 is 6, and I'll need 12. Question number 3. Given a quadratic function opens down, so a is going to be -1, or it's going to be negative. A better way is writing it this. A is less than 0 with roots, so P and Q, and a point 0, 20, so X and Y. Write an equation in standard form. So the first thing I'm going to do is find A. And if I have roots, okay, so I have factored form. I'm just going to substitute in all the things that we already have. So X is 0. Y is 20. I should erase this one. Okay, P is -2. And Q is 5. So let's go ahead and write down that information. Y is 20. We're trying to find the A value. X is 0. Pay attention, the minus sign has to be there, and my P value is -2. X value is 0. That minus sign has to be there. Q value is 5. So that becomes plus. It's -5. So I have 20. 2 times -5, it is -10. Divide by -10. And this verifies that A is -2. Right. We already knew that from up here. Okay, second thing now we're gonna is write our equation. Okay, when we write our equation, I'm gonna use A is -2. Pay attention, P is -2, and then Q is 5. So I'm not gonna use the X and the Y. Write out your form. A value is -2. Let me just make sure you're clear on this. My P value is -2 and Q value is 5. So I'm gonna get -2, X plus 2, X minus 5. Okay. So this is in factored form, but in your project support, we have to get standard form. So let's get standard form now. I'm going to multiply these two. So let's multiply those. X plus 2, X minus 5. We're just multiplying. So x squared, -5x, 2x, -10. So x squared, add those, minus 3x, minus 10. Okay, that's what you do here. Now don't forget the -2. So now I'm going to distribute the -2. -2x squared plus 6x plus 10 is now my equation in standard form because there's no parentheses. Number 4, let's use the quadratic formula. A, B, C. Write down the quadratic formula. Get a B plus or minus 3 squared minus 4AC over 2A. And then we're just going to plug in our numbers. Remember, this has a minus sign. So my B value is 3. B value is 3 squared minus our A value is -5. And then our C value is 1 all over 2 times -5. So that becomes -3 plus or minus. Okay, this part I'm going to slow down because I feel like a lot of students miss this one. So -5 times -4 times 1 is plus 20. And notice there I have a plus sign. That's -10. So your answer is -3 plus or minus square root of 29 over -10. This answer would suffice. If you wanted to break it apart, you could. You could do something like this, but not really needed. Two negatives. And then you have to deal with that negative later, but yellow's fine. Okay. Mrs. Ng is planning to expand the curtain garden of 7 by 9. Okay, question number 6. Mrs. Ng is planning to expand the curtain garden of 7 by 9. Let's get that on there. So she has a total to cover 120 square feet. So this in yellow, all of this will be 120. If she wants to increase the length and width by the same number, so that would be x, x here, by what value can she increase the dimensions of the garden without needing to buy more soil? So here's my picture, and then now let's create an inequality and an equation. So you could do 2 equations here. You could do the total. So x plus 7 times x plus 9 is less than or equal to 120. Another equation you can get is just, let's try a different color, is just this area right here. So that would be 7x, 9x, and this would be x squared. So let's just call this the new area, new. X squared plus 16x is less than or equal to 120 minus the 63. I got the 63 by that. Okay, so you can use either of these. Let me work on this one. X squared plus 16x. 120 minus 63 will give me 57. So then if I subtract it, you'll get x squared plus 16x minus 57 less than or equal to 0. Okay, if you did the one on the top here, that'll give you x squared plus 9x plus 7x plus 63 less than or equal to 120. So x squared plus 16x, and then you would get basically the same thing. Subtract the 120, you'll get minus 57. So 2 ways of viewing it. Let's again try to summarize what we did here. The total area, actually I should highlight that in yellow. That's going all the way around, okay? And then the new one is if you just did the purple areas, okay? Okay, let's go ahead and solve. So whether you have this one or this one, they're essentially the same. Let's go ahead and try factoring. Okay, so 57 would be 57 and 1. 2 would not work. How about 3? 3 would work. 3 goes in once. 27, 9. And that's the one I need. And they need to multiply. So I have x plus 19 and x minus 3. Set them equal to 0. And get x equals negative 19 and x equals 3. Okay, so basically, if you think about this, if you did the quadratic, just do a quick sketch. Minus 57, something like that. Negative 19, 3. Okay, my graph's doing something like this. Okay. So from the interval of negative 19 to 0 does not make sense. You cannot increase an area by negative, but you can increase it to 3. So what values can x be? X can be between 0 and 3 feet.
Statistician, simple data everywhere, mean heights and heart conditions, calculated with great care, all of his population, gathered from coast to coast, sought out his information. He would always give the most. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your pencil write what gifts I should take tonight. Quickly he pulled the children. The Rudolph shouted out with glee. Stats did provide the answer. Give Nintendo